Hi guys, how are you doing today? Welcome back to Random Lifestyle Vlog. So it's time for another Empties video. So today I'm going to show you the products I used up in January. I have quite a big box of products in here, so I kind of wanted to show you, but I'm afraid that this might just collapse and just kind of fall out. So let's just start straight away. I'm going to start with the smelly products with like home scents that I have a couple of here. So first up I have these two candles from Bath and Body Works. Let me tell you this, I'm not showing you every single candle I use up, but these are from the brand that is mostly known for like their like body products. They appear quite often in like their like beauty collections, so I thought, you know, they kind of deserve to be here. So this one here is the Vanilla Bean Noel, and this is like a really beautiful kind of dessert like vanilla fragrance. It's perfect for winter. And this one is amazing. This is the Perfect Christmas. So this is amazing because it's not only, it has like almost like a pine scent, and it also has these notes of like cake or something like this. So it's very kind of unique, but it just smells gorgeous. What is that exactly? Okay, so this is fresh cut pine, cinnamon, sugar, and toasted marshmallow. So that's what you're going to get. It's very kind of like sweet and gourmand, but at the same time you have these, you have this kind of like pine note in it. So it's perfect for Christmas. Next up, I have two products from Rituals. First of them is what used to be their like fragrance sticks. I really love these bottles. They changed the shape of them, and these are so much prettier. And this is the Ritual of Jing. So this is very kind of calming fragrance. And then I have this home perfume, and this one is in scent Ritual of Myrrh. So this is more like orange woody fragrance. So there's that. I really love Rituals. Pretty much anything by Rituals, their fragrance, the home fragrance products are amazing as well. The candles are probably my least favorite home fragrance kind of product, but their fragrance sticks, amazing. Okay, so we're moving on to the proper beauty products. We're going to start with Bath and Body ones. So the first set is from Yope, and this is this series with this little cat here. I do love the graphics. The scent is Winter Dried Fruit. That's how I would probably translate it. The scent is amazing. These products are actually really gorgeous. They are very natural. They are fragranced, but this is not a type of like artificially kind of fragrance product. This is something very natural. The fragrances are mind-blowing, but you can straight away tell that this is, you know, quite natural product in general. So I really enjoy these. The good thing is that you can actually find these sets I've seen them in HomeSense. I actually bought like one set like that in HomeSense, different fragrance though. So I'm pretty sure you might be able to find these in TK Maxx as well, because they're kind of like, you know, the same thing pretty much. So yeah, these are very exciting, and that's definitely something I would recommend to you guys. So next up we have another Polish brand. This is Nakomi. So this one is in Christmas spices. We have this milk bath and scrub and wash. If you've seen my December empties, I used the same set in a different scent. I think that the other one was cinnamon buns or something like that, or cinnamon rolls, and I really did love the bath product, and this one is actually amazing as well. So this one definitely thumbs up. It just smells so good. And then I had a little problem with this scrub and wash thing. I don't know if you remember, but I just kind of complained a little bit because it caused this burn, like a chemical burn after using it. It wasn't like too long, it just lasted for like a couple of minutes and it was gone, but you know, still not the most pleasant thing in the world. My skin, like on my body, is not particularly sensitive, so that's literally the first thing that something like that happened to me. So I've been using this one. I was curious whether, I don't know, this was just that scent that kind of affected me like that, or like this product in general, and I thought this one was better. I did not really get that much of like reaction from it, but then the last time I used it, it actually gave me like a proper burn that lasted for like an hour or so, and that wasn't great. I mean, it was like literally the last bit of the product inside that I used that day, and I pretty much ended this product with it, but that's definitely not something I would recommend because of that reason. I'm not sure if it's just me, But you know, considering the fact that my skin is not particularly sensitive, my skin on my body, because you know my face actually has like sensitized areas, but on my body I never actually had anything like that. So I'm not sure what the reason was, but it definitely is slightly irritating. So even though it smells amazing, not something I would recommend, and definitely not something I will purchase. So the next product is this little guy from the White Company. This looks like a mini or like a sample, but this is actually a bath shot. So you just empty this bottle into your bath and there you go. This one is in lavender and chamomile scent, 30 mils. This was gorgeous. This was so good. These products smell amazing and I really enjoy that. So yeah, there's that. And then I think the last product from this category is a foot cream. This one is from L'Occitane. This is shea butter dry skin foot cream, and this is amazing, especially like for winter or like when you need some extra care. I just use it overnight and it's brilliant, and it has like almost like a lavender kind of scent to it, which I loved. Now we're moving to the hair category, and obviously I have some elasticizer here. I actually have like two pots of it. This one is the full-size elasticizer in Coconut Breeze, and here's the original scent one, 75 ml, so like a little tube. As you probably know, this is my go-to product. I use this religiously, like at least once a week, so obviously you will usually find these pots in my empties. So next up we have this set from Living Proof. This is a full shampoo and conditioner. Apparently it adds fullness and volume. To be honest, I don't really see much fullness or volume added to my hair after using this set, but it doesn't mean it won't work for you. Like my hair is quite specific. It's quite like sleek, and it's just like, it's pretty much nothing works to add volume. I'll just have to like style it like that, which, you know, that I almost never do. But all in all, I did enjoy this as a set. It smells nice. I don't really have anything bad to say about it, but I don't really have much like good to say about it either. So yeah, I liked it. That's it. So next up we have We Are Paradox. This is Repair 3-in-1 conditioner, hair mask and finishing cream, and this one is brilliant. So obviously you can use it as the name suggests, as a conditioner, hair mask or finishing cream. I personally use it as a conditioner. For a hair mask it's a little bit too lightweight, but as a conditioner it's just brilliant. I love it. It's just like super smoothing. It's so much easier to detangle my hair after using it, so definitely something I would recommend, and definitely something I will be trying to repurchase. Obviously I have like so many products, so I just have to, you know, kind of be reasonable about like repurchasing things, but this was a good one. Another product is Christopher Robin, and this is regenerating mask with rare prickly pear seed oil, and this one is really nice. It has this really lovely scent to it. The only thing is that this is a mask that you should keep on your hair for like up to 5 minutes, and that's something that's actually quite important. It happened to me like a couple of times that I left it on my hair for like a bit longer, because usually with like hair masks you can actually keep them on your hair for like 20 minutes or so. With this one I wouldn't recommend it. It definitely weights my hair down when I just leave it on it for too long. Up to 5 minutes, amazing. Longer than that, not necessarily. I really like this hair mask though, and I have repurchased it a couple of times already. So okay, the next empty bottle is from Coco and Eve, and this is Sweet Repair repairing and restoring hair mask with ceramides, hyaluronic acid and keratin, and this is 60 mils. I liked it, but I wasn't a massive fan of the fragrance. I mean, it doesn't stink or anything like that, but I much prefer the original hair mask that I have. That one smells just so dreamy. This one, it's just okay, but I kind of like expected more, you know? Yeah, it has this very kind of coconutty fragrance, but nothing really that mind-blowing in my opinion. All in all, a good conditioner, a good hair mask, but yeah, I kind of expected a nicer fragrance. Anyway, I think this is the last hair product. I think so. Yeah, I think it's the last one. This is Grow Gorgeous, and this is Original Hair Growth Serum for fine thinning hair. To be honest, my hair is not really thinning, or possibly not even fine, but it definitely helps growing your hair healthier. So I don't necessarily need my hair to grow any longer, but I actually like for my hair to grow faster, because then I can actually cut the ends as much as I need to. I do prefer to keep my hair long, and obviously the faster it grows, the easier it is to keep it healthy. So that's why I've been using it. I really like this product, and that's definitely something I can recommend, and it smells amazing. Like it's just gorgeous. That's everything as far as the hair products go, and now we're going to move on to the face products, like skincare. I do have quite a lot of products in here as well, so I'm just going to start like randomly picking them and we'll see. So the first product is Rodial. This is vitamin C, I think it's a glow toner. This one contains not only vitamin C but also glycolic and salicylic acid, and I try and use it on my face, and it was just too strong. It definitely irritated my skin. I feel like this is going to be perfect for a little bit thicker skin. Like if you have maybe like oily skin type, then this should probably work quite nicely. For me, it was definitely too harsh. So what I did with that, I actually used it up on my shoulders here, on the back of my shoulders. I do have a keratosis pilaris, which is like that kind of like a bumpy, rough skin, and this actually helps quite nicely with that. So even though I couldn't really use this product on my face, I did enjoy it in the end. Okay, next up is Aromatherapy Associates, and this is Hydrating Rose Face Mask, moisturizing and renewing. And this was a little bit surprising to me. I mean, I did like that mask. It was like perfect for like hydrating. But with this brand, I kind of associate them with like strong fragrances, like very strong essential oils. This one, I don't think it had any fragrance to it. Like literally, it was very kind of hydrating, very soothing, but not really fragranced, which is a good thing, right? I don't really want anything heavily fragranced on my face, so that was obviously a good thing in the end. But it was just surprising, you know? All in all, it was a nice mask, so I'm not really complaining here. Next up, we have Treat Tincture Daily PM Serum Decree by Dr. AJ Sternum, and this is a PM, like nighttime serum. I actually liked it, but I'm not really going to be repurchasing it. I have some of my like favorite retinol serums, and I still prefer them over this. Okay, so let's have a look at the cleansers now. This one is Oskia City Life Cleansing Concentrate Velvet Foaming Anti-Pollution Gel Cleanser. There you go. I actually like that one. It was very gentle. It was like nicely scented, like a very natural fragrance. I liked it. Definitely something I could recommend. I used it either as my second step of my cleansing routine in the evening or just in the morning. It was very gentle, very nice, and very pleasant. Next up, I have this Dr. Barbara Sturm cleanser. This is a foamy cleanser. So this is, you know, how the nozzle looks like. It just comes out as a foam. Very gentle, perfect for like morning cleanse. And then the last one here is, you can't tell probably much because, you know, all the letters are gone, but this is Sarah Chapman cleanser. I think it's Ultimate Cleanse. Yeah, this one was actually really nice. It was a perfect one to remove your makeup. Maybe not necessarily when I had like a proper like heavy makeup, but you know, everyday makeup or like sunscreen, it was actually really nice for that. Nicely scented as well, so yeah, I did like that one. Okay, so here we have Elemis Papaya Enzyme Peel. This is enzymatic cream exfoliator. I love it. I love it. I've had that so many times, and this is definitely something I can always recommend, especially if you have sensitive skin and if you don't tolerate, let's say, glycolic acid that well. This is a little bit more gentle. It smells nice. It works, so yeah, I love that one for sure. And then we have like some face masks here. So first one is Summer Fridays. This is Jet Lag face mask. That one is a little bit controversial. I mean, what I find controversial is like, you know, this being a face mask. This is like the overnight face mask, so you can apply it on your face and you can use it every day. So this is pretty much a night cream, right? Like, what is the difference between this and face mask otherwise? Like, anyway, this one is actually really lovely too. It contains some ceramide, so especially if you have sensitive skin, this is going to be quite well and definitely much needed. So something I would recommend, but yeah, I mean, I do consider this to be more like night cream rather than a face mask, you know. Next up we have Ren Clean Skincare Evercalm Ultra Comforting Rescue Mask, and I love that one as well. This line with the green kind of like sticker is perfect for a sensitive skin, and this was actually amazing after exfoliation. If I used like some something like with glycolic or lactic acid to exfoliate my skin. This was actually perfect because it was very soothing, very calming. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one. And that's actually the type of mask I always have within my reach, because you know my skin is sensitive, so sometimes I need it. And then we have this Generation Clay Ultraviolet Brightening Purple Clay Mask. And there is that. I actually like that one too. So yeah, that was like a nice one to use. Okay, we're almost there. There are a few more products in the skincare category, and then we're moving to makeup. And the makeup category is not that extensive, so don't worry. So this is the 111 Skin Vitamin C Brightening Booster. I actually really like that. I do like vitamin C in the booster formula because, you know, you can do whatever you want with that. You can just mix it with your moisturizer or your serum. If you have sensitive skin, you can apply some form of serum and then mix it with your moisturizer so that you have this additional layer between your skin and the vitamin C product. And you can customize it. You can add 1 or 2 drops or like whatever you want to. It actually says 1 to 2 drops, so I guess that's what's recommended. But yeah, I actually really like that. And then we have a sunscreen. So this is Murad Environmental Shield Essential C Day Moisture Broad Spectrum SPF 30. There you go. That's actually an interesting thing because I don't really show you sunscreen products that often. That doesn't mean I don't use them. I do, but quite often I actually leave the empty boxes. Whenever I go on holiday, I tend to like leave them behind because there's no point of like, you know, just kind of like bringing it back home. So that's one thing. But also I do work from home, so there's those days that I don't really leave my place until like later on. So yeah. Also, my foundation usually has SPF, so that's another thing, and that's another reason why you don't really see these products that often. And then the last product in the skincare category is Bondi Sands. This is I Spy Brightening Eye Cream with vitamin C and green coffee beans, and I actually really liked it. I think this one was great for like if you have like dark circles. It did have some light reflecting particles or something like that that kind of made this area much nicer. But the thing is, you should use it within like 6 months after opening, and I didn't manage to use it in that time. And I actually tested that recently just to see, you know, how the product looks, and definitely after 6 months you can straight away tell that this is not going to be great. The texture of the cream became a little bit weird. I think they kind of mean it when they say you have like 6 months to use it after opening, but all in all I really like this one. Okay, so that leaves us with 2 makeup products this month, and this is the Hourglass Luminous Light. This is like a finishing powder, and as you can see, this is pretty much it. I love these finishing powders. They are so good. Definitely worth the money. They're not cheap, but worth the money. And then we have Charlotte Tilbury. This is Beauty Light Wand. This is her blush. I think the shade was Peach Gasm, but I'm not really like 100% sure because all the letters are gone as well. I know many people love these. I don't know. I mean, the highlighter maybe, but those like blushes, not necessarily. I feel like maybe I prefer more kind of like matte blush, you know. I don't know, there's just something that doesn't really work for me. I mean, I did end up using it up. I use this mostly for like a very kind of like light daytime makeup, but all in all I do have blushes that I prefer, even cream blushes. This one not necessarily, not something I would purchase, but obviously this is just my opinion. So many people swear by it that it must be good to some extent. Anyway guys, this is everything in my Empties box this month. What do you think? Let me know what you think about the products I used up. Have you tried any of them? Have you had any form of experience with them? I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. For more beauty related content, check those videos over here. I'm going to see you very soon. Take care. Bye.